Hey everyone, Cody from Mac Telecom Networks. If you've been following me on social media or seen my YouTube shorts, you've known that I built a Catio for my cats. Well, with this Catio, we're going to add some unified devices. I'm going to add an AI 360 in the middle of it, and we're going to add a G3 Flex inside. I'm also going to put a U6 light on the top here to give us Wi-Fi for the outdoors. The cats can't actually get up to the top. There is a little cutout, but my cats are now too big. So what we're going to do, we're going to end up burying a cable along the grass inside of a conduit. Then we need to drill into the house and run the cable to my network rack. It's going to be plugging into my mission critical switch as that has PoE++. On the side of the Catio, we're going to put a switch flex utility box with a flex switch inside of it to power all of the devices. I'm most likely just going to run a cable along the side of the Catio and then on the top, and we're going to place the AI 360 inside. This is just a fun little project that I thought would be cool to film and may give you some ideas if you're trying to do some outside work. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. Make sure to hit the bell icon. If you'd like to hire me for network consulting, visit www.mactelecomnetworks.com. You can find me on Twitter at MacTelecomN. And if you'd like to support the channel, we do now have a new Ubiquiti affiliate link, and I will put that in the description below. So now what we're going to do, I'll bring the camera outside. We're going to have to start digging up the grass to lay the conduit, and then we'll get our cable run. So we're now outside getting the project started. This is the Switch Flex utility box. We got the AI 360. We have one G3 Flex, and then we have another one out of the box. And I might put the smart floodlight on. I'm not too sure. We have the U6 light in the box. We're going to be using this, I don't know what it's called, corrugated tubing, something like that. That's what I'm going to bury in the ground and run the wire through. And then we have this direct burial Cat 6 cable, which has a gel fill in it. And we got two very excited cats to get playing in there. Where we're going to drill the hole is right about here, which goes into the basement, which is unfinished. And then we're going to run the pipe along the patio stones in the ground. And we'll come up and we'll put the Switch Flex utility box somewhere on this side and then run some outdoor cables up to the cameras. Access point will be inside this. So first thing I need to do is to start digging the ground and put the conduit in. We now have the trench dug, and before we put the conduit in, I'm going to run a string through the conduit so we can pull our cable through it. Okay, so the conduit is buried, and I am going to need some grass seed because we want that to grow back, but we could see the conduit over here. I'm going to have to rejig it a little bit to go over here. I already drilled a hole in the wall, and you can see a string coming out. We're probably going to cable it from the inside and then out. Next, I'm going to have to put this weatherproof box on and put it onto the wall. We'll drill a hole into the back so that we could get the cable in, and then we'll put it into the conduit. The conduit is now going into this weatherproof box. We're going to have to go downstairs, pull the cable out, and then we'll have to seal that eventually. Alright, now we're down in the basement. I'm going to have to run that outdoor cable all the way down here, up through the floor joists, which we already have some holes because there's cable running, and then all the way back here. So the cable is going to have to go out right behind where the TV is. That's where the hole's coming in. So I'm going to start getting it cabled. Now we have the cable coming up through the wall, so now we need to fish it to the other side of the Catio. Now the cable's through to the other side, we need to start mounting devices. The first one we'll put on is the utility flex switch box, which will go around here, and then we'll start mounting cameras and then cabling it up. Okay, we now have all the cables run. I need to start terminating it into our Switch Flex utility box. This is gel-filled cabling, so I have to wipe it off with paper towel before we crimp the ends on. Okay, and we have the outdoor cable for our uplink to our outside Catio right here, and I will be putting a patch panel in there, even though there's not going to be that many cables. Eventually, we will be adding other cables to the patch panel. I'll give you guys a close-up of the gel that's in these cables. It's kind of nasty, but we need to get this terminated, put in a patch panel. Then we need to get our uplink from the Mission Critical connected to our USW Pro. And then we need to start adopting some of the devices. You should be able to see the white gel that's on this cable, and that's to protect it from the weather, seeing as it is buried, but we do have a conduit. Even if water got on this cable, it would still be fine. So I'm gonna get this terminated and then we're gonna connect it. Our uplink to the Catio is now online using PoE++, and this purple one is our uplink to our Aggregation Pro switch. Now let's go upstairs and get all the devices adopted. We're now in my UDM SE, and we can see my USW Flex in here. I didn't reset the switch, and it was already adopted from before. I was going to put a U6 Lite inside of the Catio, but I couldn't find the mount for the back, so I just put a U6 Pro instead. So we can see that that's ready to be adopted. I'm going to click it, and then we're going to adopt the device. The U6 Pro has now been adopted, and I renamed that USW Flex to Catio Switch. Let's click on it. We can see that the camera G3 Flex is on it. We have the AI 360, and then we have the smart floodlight, which isn't showing up in Protect yet. And the reason for that is because I don't think it's in the correct VLAN. So our uplink is going to be in the profile of all. Same with our U6 Pro. We're going to have that broadcasting all of our SSIDs. In the other ports, they're all cameras, so they should be in the camera profile. So if we look at port 2, we could see that it's in the all profile. I'll click on the switch port, and then we'll put it into our camera network, and then we'll press apply changes. And that looks like the only one that wasn't in the correct VLAN. So let's go over to Unifi Protect. Now we're in Unifi Protect, and we can see that my AI 360 is connected. That's because it was in Protect before and adopted. This G3 Flex is new, so it's pending adoption. We can see the UP floodlight is managed by another console. I did just go out there and reset it, so hopefully if we click on it and then press adopt, it will come into our console. So everything inside of the Catio is now connected. Let's take a look at the AI 360 angle. Here's the fisheye lens from inside of the Catio. When I do put my cats in there, we should be able to see everything that they're doing. Now let's take a look at the new G3 Flex. So just by looking at this camera, I could tell that the image is upside down, so we're going to have to flip that. We just need to go into our settings, and then we need to go to orientation. In our orientation, I'm going to do a vertical flip, and now that is the right way. The last thing we need to do, we need to go see what's been done, put my cats in there, and see the angles that we're getting. And that's going to be it for the Catio and the Unifi Protect and Unifi Network install. I had a lot of fun doing it. I'm still waiting on a few Ethernet surge protectors from Ubiquiti's. The ones that I did have, I had to give to a customer as stock is short. If you have any questions about this video, leave it in the comments below. Again, if you'd like to support the channel, I do have a Ubiquiti affiliate link. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're new here, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. All right, thanks.